Hello Internet. Today I'm going to be playing Spacebase DF-9. It's a DoubleFine game that recently left early access and is now release. I'll get into that in a second. So that's a tutorial base. I don't want to do that because I know how to play. So we're going to go ahead and go here, which you can see its stellar density is really high, with great proximity distant, threat factor, and magnetic interference. Has some story here. The stellar density basically means they're going to be this is really high. There's going to be a lot of asteroids to warp. I'll have less visits because I am distant. My threat factor is semi-low, so I won't necessarily get as many hostiles. Magnetic interference increases the presence of derelict vessels, so I'll have a low chance of that. So I have to accept and then deploy. And this is going to take a while. Alright, we made it, guys. Now I have played this game quite a bit, so I will probably be okay. But this game is still pretty hard. So we start out paused here. First thing I need to do is going to need to start building my base. So we're going to go ahead and go construct room. First of all, let's go ahead and get we'll build towards this way, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and first we need to get a airlock, and then we're going to need a matter refinery, which we're going to see here over on the side there. It tells me how many I can fit in that space. So there's our matter refinery, and then I also need oxygen, so I'm going to need now that is half of my money, so I have to watch out. Oh, and now I need to go ahead and set my people to build. So what these are is stars are how good they are at it. These are how happy they'd be at doing the job. So I have to kind of balance the two. So you can see this guy is decent miner, but he's not going to be very good. He's not going to be very happy about it. He's going to be the happiest being a builder. Okay, so we're going to do done. Unpause here. Actually, I'll speed it up a little bit. So they're going to be building our base here. First thing they have to do is build the walls, obviously. So what I was going to say is, talking about this going from the alpha basically to release, is they are talking about all these big plans that they're going to keep developing for this game, that it's going to have all these new features and everything, and then they decided to stop. They're just going to do release and pretty much abandon the game. And I know I'm with a lot of people who are very upset about this. Because I mean, we were expecting a full game when we did early access. I think the game is finished and that it is a fun game to play, especially since they fixed all the bugs that were in it. At least all the ones that really drove us crazy during the early access. So it's doing better, but it's still not the full release that we were really expecting. Now, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and go to Object and Airlock. And build our airlock. Doors here. Here. I can't build the other one yet. And we're also going to need a spacesuit. Confirm. Okay. We have a ship going by, so I have two choices I can do. Please help. Says virus on our ship. Pop-up ads all of our star map software, and we can't figure out how to turn it off. We don't have a technician. We've been traveling aimlessly for an embarrassing amount of time. Our matter is almost depleted. We would like to abandon this vessel and come aboard your base. So you can say no or yes. These aren't always good, so we always have to kind of balance that. And we are going to go ahead and go Object and go to Life Support, Oxygen Recycler. Get a couple oxygen recyclers going. And now I need to make sure that I have enough for a refinery. Alright, we'll still have enough for our airlock door there, so that's good. Alright, so we got 2 new people. We're also going to put them on build right now. Alright, see, he's good at it, but not very happy about it. That's okay, because right now we just need people to build. It automatically slows down the speed when events happen like that. So we need to go object, airlock doors. Now this is not ideal. In fact, I'm probably going to build a hallway soon to have multiple airlocks like this because they can't go in and out. It's an airlock. Oh shoot. Let's see. Reactor, fusion reactor. Okay, let's go back. Sorry, they added power recently, and I've totally forgot about that. So we're gonna go ahead. 1 fusion reactor is the space we need for. So there. It's more than the money we have. Alright, so we are gonna go ahead and vaporize our seed here. Oh wait, no we're not. So we're canceling the order there. So that is giving us enough power here. Now we're going to go ahead and switch people, cancel, over to be mining. Let's see. These guys are all pretty happy being miners. This guy is going to be our technician. He sucks at it right now, but he's very happy about it. So if I get him to level up that job, he'll be really happy and do better work. Now, the next thing I need to build is going to be something for them to eat. So we go object, all zones. We're going to go ahead and build a food replicator after I fail at hitting that. So food replicator. Alright. Now you can see our capacity is 5 to 6, so we should be okay on that now. Oh, I forgot to actually set my stuff to matter. So we are going to go ahead and do mine. Have them mine this asteroid. Confirm. I suppose that will help if our miners have something to actually go do. That was really odd behavior just there. So it just said we have a disease, but it's treatable. We just have to watch out because we don't have a doctor currently. So I'm going to go ahead and build this hallway here. Actually, I think I need to actually assign a doctor here. So we're going to go ahead and go doctor. We're gonna make this guy our doctor. I'm sure he seems capable. So we're gonna speed along. It's always not gonna be very big right now, but it'll suffice. Allow our people to get between rooms without having to go through the airlock at least. So you can see we just got a whole bunch of money from our miners. So we're going to go to object. Actually, back. Alright, it is under object. Okay. And then doors. There we go. Sorry, they can move stuff around occasionally. So I'm trying to find out where everything is. And then we're also going to go ahead and go back to construct. Walls. Not walls. Room. See, I'm going to build a fusion reactor here, so And I can go ahead and build a door there. So you can see this guy's exercising here in the center. It's because he's bored, doesn't have any place to actually exercise. We have an event coming on. We're seeing a resident you posted. Do you have food replicating premise? It's not a must, but it's a plus. Do you need to have a deposit if we have animals? We don't have any. Just curious in case we get some. Also, hopefully you can do a 6 moon lease. We'll pay extra if we have to. Sure, come on. Animals, schmammals. Yeah, there's no animals for me to be able to get in this base. There's a reason why we... Alright, so here's our new person. They're here, they're unassigned. They really like mining, and they're good at it. So we're going to go ahead and make them a miner. So you can see there's security, bartender, botanist, scientist, doctor. Which we will all have to have soon. Now I am at max capacity right now with my life support, so I'm also going to go ahead and set one of those to be made. Another one of those to be made. Now, one of the most important jobs in this game is actually the technician. You can see where our mouse over here tells me the condition of the equipment. If you don't have enough technicians, your stuff will literally just fall apart. And that's not good for anyone. They will also start falling asleep, just laying on the ground and falling asleep if they can't get bed rest. So I'm also going to have to make beds. So we are going to go ahead and vaporize our seed here. Tear down our seed. Okay, that's the difference. That will give us some good matter, and also clear up the space for me to be able to build in a little bit. I'm a little worried about him not finishing up this one corner. I'm actually surprised that this door isn't locked. It normally auto-locks if something's not airtight. So right now it's saying it's airtight even though it's missing a corner. So maybe not all the bugs are fixed. Now, I am doing really good on my matter. I'm going to switch one of my miners over to being a builder. And this person's really happy being a builder, even if they're not the greatest at it. So we're going to go ahead and construct, object, reactor, fusion reactor. And you see these zones automatically get changed if you put something of that zone in there. So that's useful to know about. So okay, so we're going to need space beds, which looks like there's enough for 4 space beds. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and do construct room. We're also going to build a bar here. Do a bar. And then we're also going to go ahead and construct. I want this to be 4 wide. And about, yeah, that should be fine. That's going to be for our gardens. Okay, we have another event here. Yo, dudes, what's up? Your base seems kind of cool, kind of. I don't know. Maybe we could do some improvements if you catch my drift, but whatever. We can hang, maybe. Whoa, you seem cool. Yep. Sure. So, so far I've had very good interactions here. I got new people and everything. They're not, like I said, they're not always good. Sometimes they are pirates, and sometimes it's not always obvious if they're pirates. So you just kind of have to watch it. So, you can see our miners still going at it. Our technicians are wandering around, trying to fix things. They're in decent shape. They're about 80 to 90%, which is what we need. I'll probably need to have our next person have stuff. Something they added is they have possessions. They would really like to have rooms to be able to place their possessions. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Object, all zones, door. Actually, another thing I need to add soon are fire extinguishers, which I will work on in a second. Because asteroids will come and that will start fires, and you don't want to be caught in the fire. I'm also going to go ahead and do object, airlock, airlock there, and build another spacesuit thing right next to the door. People seem to be wandering a little farther than they need to. We're doing good on air capacity right now. We have 2 extra slots, so I don't need to build another one just yet. The reason you don't want to build a whole bunch is because your technicians won't be able to keep up with everything. The people do have a sleep cycle, so while they're asleep, they're not fixing anything, or mining, or doing stuff like that. So you kind of have to gauge yourself there. Now I do have tons of material compared to stuff, so I am going to go ahead and take someone else off of mining. This guy, Claudia's just not going to be very happy, but she's going to go be a builder so I can get this done. There's an unexplored derelict nearby, which is, where is it? There it is. So we're going to go here. Is there anyone that likes security or is good at it? This person's good at it, but they're happier being a builder. So no one's really great at it. Claudia's okay and should like it, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set a goal. Oh, they added achievements. Interesting. I actually need security. Put that here. It's necessary lethality. So she's going to explore that and kill people if she needs to. So she is an airlock here. I can actually claim these areas as she explores them. So this particular derelict didn't have anything particularly of interest. So what we're probably going to end up doing is either making this an extension base or for mining, basically, or I can destroy it for money. I think I'm going to go ahead and make an extension base right now, though. So we're going to go ahead and mine, set all this stuff to mine. Confirm. And then I will go ahead. The only problem is with extension bases is the fact that it's actually difficult for the technicians to go down there. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and have my builders vaporize it. Which you can see gives me a lot of money, so. And now we're going to go ahead and back to roster and take the lady off security and have her go be a builder. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and continue here. So it looks like we can go ahead and set this as a residence and build some beds. You can see I'm doing a lot of stuff right now in regards to building. Obviously early on it's going to be a lot more than that. Because, I mean, you just want to make sure to get your site set up. People expect a lot. It's like they're, you know, living people or something. So, we're going to go construct, object. We're going to go ahead and go pub and build a bar and some standing tables. Now that does mean we need to build a stove and a refrigerator. Confirm. That was almost all of our money. So we're going to have issues with building our botany stuff. And we do have a bar now, so we got to get a bartender. He's pretty happy about it. Claudia is happier about it than building. So we're going to go ahead and make Claudia the bartender. Now another derelict has appeared, which is up here. I could explore it. I might. We'll just see. See, our builders are destroying stuff down here right now, which will get me quite a bit. So we have a bartender, but he doesn't actually have anything, a bar to tend yet, because it hasn't been built. Because our builders are busy down here right now. Story of my life in this game. Doctor, we're actually going to go ahead and have you be a builder temporarily. Don't worry, we'll go back to being a doctor in a little bit. If you're wondering why I built a lot of these to be exact size except for my air support, it was because I'm going to be updating that one a lot. So we have a little extra space right now, but I will end up updating it. Alright, so we got that done. Another derelict appeared? Jeez. Right where we just finished deconstructing that one. Awesome. So I want our builders to finish building everything that I have lined up here before I switch them out. So we are going to go ahead and go to a garden and build some hydroponic stations. I built it a little too long. Oops. I only needed it 3 wide instead of 4. That's okay. Alright, now we officially have stuff for botanists to do. Let's look at botanists. We have people who are good at botany but don't like it. And we have one of our really good builders who would be okay with it. So we don't really have a great choice right now. She'd hate it. We're not going to choose her. These two are not happy with it. Claudia's our bartender. Sabik. See, this is the tough choices here. You want to get people in what they really like, but you also have to consider how good they are at it. So we don't really have we have people who are decent at botany but don't really like it. Fortunately, Sabik's going to have to be our botanist for now. He's just going to be unhappy. The reason we need botany is so that they can grow fruit and food, so our refrigerator can get full, so that our bartender can feed people. And that's basically it. Now I am going to move one of my builders over to being a security. And then we're going to go ahead and set a beacon. Let's explore the one we just cleared. Now I don't want my builders to get bored, so we're going to go ahead and go life support, oxygen recycler. There. And then we're also going to go ahead and construct a workout place. Which I think just has to be 3 wide. You can see I don't plan my bases out as much as probably a lot of people. I just kind of go off what I need. Like I have my living quarters right next to a factory. I'm sure that's good. Oh, so yeah, we're not going to explore that because we just lost someone. So she's dead of blunt trauma. So we're not going to explore that anymore. So we're going to go ahead and clear beacon. So you can see bad stuff happens. Now we lost someone permanently. So we're down to 6 of 9. Hoping we'll be able to get some new people soon. These people are asleep. Their happiness does matter. I can go here and see how they're doing. We'll go ahead and pause here real quick. See who they're friends with, who they're enemies with. Their enemies is someone who just died. What their favorite hobby is, etc. And they do have an inventory, which they will try to put the items there. So you can see here's her duty, social, morale, hunger, energy, stuff, and fun. She does not have a lot of fun, and her stuff is pretty low right now for her needs. They actually have like little Facebooks here. Really, those are your nemesis and your mourning her. And I can also assign to the infirmary or put into a brig. Though the fact that she can be executed with a button is kind of hilarious and awful. Let's see who's the sick person, because I thought someone was sick. Illnesses, no, you. About you. Nope. So I thought it said someone had an illness, but I'm not seeing any, so... Oh, another derelict appeared. For low magnet zone, I'm getting a lot of those. Derelict fell away. So you can see if I don't deal with it in a timely manner, it does go away. So my whole place won't be filled up with awful derelicts. Okay, so we're going to go and construct here. We're going to go object, all zones, door. Okay, we're going to go ahead and construct, object, fitness, weight bench. No, I was a little off. No, I'm not, I guess. I can put it this way. There we go. So now people will have a place to work out, which increases their happiness and healthiness. Ha! So good. So, basically, you're going to do a lot of trial and error in this game. I'm glad they added coal, because goals. What the frick am I talking about? So that you at least have an idea of what you want to do. That's a lot. These are huge achievements, though. Like, not really. They really don't guide you, I guess, as much as give you stuff to complete, which is still pretty neat. In addition to just surviving, which is always a difficult part of this game. Trust me, when I said it's a difficult part, you will die, you will lose all your base a lot. I actually started a new game on here because my previous game, everyone died. I had a whole bunch of invaders right at once. So it's a fun game. It is a little disappointing that they came out of was essentially alpha so quickly, and just like here's the game, you know, deal with it kind of. They did give, if you had pre-ordered this game, you actually did get another game for free, which we'll do a video on eventually. But so yeah, a little disappointing, but it's still a fun game. I'm still going to keep playing it, and hopefully I'll be able to have awesome bases to show off. So thank you for listening in. We do 2 videos a day, so go ahead and subscribe to make sure you catch them all. Every day we'll do a Let's Play of either Robert's been currently doing Ring Runners and I'm doing XCOM, and then we'll also do another video, either Heroes of the Storm or Diablo, or just a random Steam game like this. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and see you next time. Bye.